Am I, 28/M, terrible to not have sex with my GF, 27/F, when she's drunk? I'm not comfortable with it because she's so not her normal self when she's had a good bit to drink. She'll come on very heavy, I'm not into it, then she feels rejected. 90% of the time I'm not nearly as inebriated, or drunk at all. Alcohol has never really had a huge altering effect on me. I stay pretty level and generally keep my wits about me. I'm the same as you. I had a FWB/roommate that would be the same way. She would get inebriated, then be really pushy about sex, then feel rejected when I say no, but would still continue. To answer your question though, you aren't a terrible person for not doing so. I think of it as trying to take advantage of someone if they're that drunk and you're sober or had only one drink. She may understand that when she's sober and while drunk. I'm sure all that reasoning goes out the window. I'm just saying that the amount of head levelness in this thread is heartwarming. Lots of good folks around here. I'm not comfortable with it. Then don't do it. She can feel rejected, that's her feelings. If she wants intimacy so bad, then perhaps she should avoid getting that drunk. Seems like an easy solution to me. Her feelings of rejection are no reason for you to feel like you should do something you're uncomfortable with. No, you are not terrible. Sexual encounters should not make either party feel uncomfortable. Imagine how it looks if the roles are reversed. Not good, huh? Everyone has a right to have their boundaries respected. Have you had a conversation about this and how it makes you feel? No, this is your preference and choice. I suggest clearly communicating this to her. I would just add to have the discussion when you're both sober. Husband making me feel bad about eating a little extra today. 32F and 34M. Together 12 years. So we've both always been a bit heavier, fluctuating between 30 to 40 pounds overweight for the both of us over the years. Last year I started calorie counting, exercising, etc. It took a while, but I'm down 45 pounds. I'm finally at a healthy weight and I feel great. I'm also pretty positive I'll keep it off. I've maintained it for almost 3 months now and I've never been this small before. Something just feels different this time around. Not sure how to describe it, but I feel like I've finally gotten over my impulse to eat my feelings. Today we had food from a restaurant delivered and I wanted to get something a little more interesting. Usually I watch what I eat when we order food, but I got this big plate of mac and cheese with buffalo chicken tenders and it was incredible. TBH, I barely put a dent in it because it was just so much food. I put the box away in the fridge and that was that. But later in the day I was craving some more, so I heated myself a small plate and sat on the couch next to him. We were about to watch a movie and he just kind of looked at me and asked if I was really eating again. And I told him yes, I wanted a little more and it was about dinner time anyway. He just huffed and rolled his eyes at me, and when I asked him what that was about, he told me to not act surprised when I don't fit into my new jeans anymore. I lost my appetite and threw it away. I'm just so shocked. Like, honestly, I'm going to say I ate less than 1/5 of my whole order. Like I didn't eat much at all and didn't really feel full or anything. Is he right? I feel like I should be allowed to enjoy food every now and then, but now I am worried I'm going to gain weight back. I've been overweight my entire life, even as a kid, so this is such a big deal to me. No, fuck him for even saying it. As long as you aren't consistently treating yourself to another serving, you won't gain the weight back. Is he your doctor? Is he a scale? Does he often just randomly shit on your day like that? Sometimes I guess he does. I usually just ignore it. But it bothered me today. Fuck him. I lost 50 pounds, after my brand new then husband gained 60, and shortly afterwards we bought a box of ice cream bars. I had one, and it was so good I decided to have a second one. He jeered, "Are you going to get fat again?" I ended up losing another 35 pounds and divorcing him. His comment was a red flag that I didn't see until I really started looking. I was offended by it but didn't realize how mean it was until I told a couple of other people and they were shocked. One friend just said, "Don't have kids with him," and walked away. Edit to add, I didn't divorce him because of this comment alone. I divorced him because it opened my eyes to how casually cruel my ex could be and how little he cared about how I actually felt. felt. He enjoyed upsetting me and trolling me for his own amusement. The last straw was going on an anniversary trip to Hawaii. He called me a CNT as a joke for no reason at all on the first day of the vacation, and then got mad when I asked him to apologize. He was actually upset that I called him on it. Took an hour to wrangle a begrudging apology from him. He was 40. We had been together for 7 years, married for 3, and he knew that the C word was hugely offensive to me. I asked for a separation a few months later. Poke him in his man titty and enjoy your mac and cheese. First of all, congrats on losing 45 pounds. Second, you do not have to calorie count every day. Thirdly, you need to have an honest conversation with your husband about how he made you feel. Maybe he was being an ass, maybe he didn't realize the weight of his comment. Please continue to enjoy your food. One night here and there of eating something you really enjoy is not going to make you overweight again. Please remember this. Thank you. I know I don't have to count them every day. I'm getting to the point where most days I don't. I just kinda listen to my body and stop eating when I'm full. I don't even check the scale anymore, like maybe every 2 weeks I'll hop on, but I've been really consistent for a little while now, so I think I'm doing right. My grandfather is dying. My dad doesn't publicly show a lot of emotion, but I know right now he's scared and sad. Is there any way I can approach him so that we can both grieve? I'll spare you all the details. My grandfather, Dad's side, is in bad shape. He just got released from the hospital, but at this point we're thinking it's more of a comfort thing than a healthy release thing. I've been on and off crying all day. It's been hard to cope with the idea and I'm left with a lot of questions. He lives too far to see responsibly, so phone is our only method. This is my dad's last living parent. I want to be there for him. When his mother passed away, it was the first time in my life I had ever seen him cry. We still can't talk about her together without getting upset. I'm sorry if none of this makes sense. I've been in a haze for the day, but I would appreciate if anyone might know a way that I can speak to my dad and have an open and honest conversation. I think we both need it. Edit. Thank you all for being so kind and compassionate. It's been really incredible to see so many nice words and good advice. I'm going to take everyone's comments to heart and do as suggested. Lots of hugs, chats, and nice times to be had. Thank you all again, you've been amazing. Sometimes it helps if you can tell him how you are feeling. People who hide their feelings sometimes do a little better with helping other people grieve, and maybe you can grieve together. Also, I'm very sorry for your situation. It's very difficult and I'm sorry you have to handle it. Thank you for your kind words. I always would go to him as a kid and would end up laughing endlessly. We handle our sadness with a lot of jokes. I think it was good for both of us rather than just me. I hope that'll work again. I think we both could do with it. People grieve in different ways. Just because your dad isn't showing it doesn't mean he isn't hurting. You're doing the right thing being there for him, and that's what counts. Just give him a hug. He's likely going through just as many emotions, and a hug will probably mean more than anything you could say. If he cries, let him and hug him tighter. If he seems uncomfortable, release him and just say you love him and are here if he needs to talk, then give him space. Everyone deals with grief differently, but at least that gesture will let him know he has your support. A hug sounds so nice right now. Thank you, I'd like to try that. Conference with your granddad and dad. Check in on your dad frequently and share what you are going through. I think that would be nice. A little chaotic, as family tends to be, but welcome chaotic, rather than the somber mood that's been lingering. Think I'll be more open with my dad. I know I can struggle being fully honest when I'm feeling low. Maybe it'll be good for him to know that we're both feeling grief. First off, I am sorry to hear about your frail grandfather. It is hard to see someone you care about be frail and know that there is not much you can do with them except try to take in and be present in the time with them you have left. Grief is a tricky thing, and can impact everyone differently. If it were me, just simply letting him know that you recognize this isn't easy and that you're there for them. If they do get sad and upset, encourage them to share their feelings. All we can do in such cases is to let someone know we are there for them and create a space to help them feel safe to share with you. I send you a lot of love and light during this difficult time. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'll do my best to let him know in a way that doesn't make him uncomfortable. He's not emotional by default, so I don't want to put him on the spot. I just want him to know that I'm around and I feel the same as him.